Welcome to episode 6 of Poems of Our Climate, a poetry podcast, with myself, Christopher Smith. This episode will feature the work of Lawrence Ferlinghetti. The first poem will be a section of his 2012 work, Time of Useful Consciousness. 1. In that hinter nation that stretches westward from Manhattan, autumn finds the people restless across the iron cities, cement plains, and silted rivers, across Appalachia, across Ohio, first western frontier, and down into it, down into Middle America, Hinter America, by great lakes yearning, by firelands burning, red brick mansions moldering down the wooden streets of 100-winded towns, under the huge sugar maples, down the canyons of dying leaves, each a hand letting go in the full catastrophe, the full miracle of life. Homer heard it. By the Aegean long ago, by the ocean's long withdrawing roar, the cry of the voyager, always outward bound, over bright horizons to new worlds, and then seeking home again, steering toward democracy, even as they plundered everywhere and took slaves wherever. And we had our own town criers, Whitman, Melville, Emerson, Thoreau, Thomas Paine, and Mark Twain, and Thomas Wolfe, with his destiny that leads to the soft stone smile of an angel, in lives haunted by a Georgia slattern because a London-cut purse went unhung, and Woody Guthrie and Dylan and Pete Seeger and Johnny Cash and Paul Robeson singing Joe Hill, the true popular poets of America, their voices moving everyone, more than the poets in books, the printing press having made them so silent. But all of them, singing or silent, reading between the lines, reading between the lives of America, packs of players facing west, the jacks and queens of hearts, on Mercator maps of America, the black-eyed ones who see all ways, the one with the eye of a horse, the one with the light in his eye, the one with his eye on the star named Nova, the one for the ones with no one to lead them, the one whose day has just begun, the one with the star in his cap, the cat with future feet, looking like a Jack of Hearts, Mystic Jack, Zen Jack with crazy cones, Vegas Jack who rolls the bones, the high roller behind the dealer, the one who'll shake them, the one who'll shake the ones unshaken, the fearless one, the one without bullshit, the stud with the straightest answer, the one with blazing words for guns, the distance runner with the word to pass, the night rider with the urgent message, the man from La Mancha riding bareback, the one who bears the great tradition and breaks it, the mysterious stranger who comes and goes, the jack or queen of hearts who speaks out, the fast-speaking woman and the slow-speaking woman, the one who digs the mystery and stands in the corner smiling like a Jack or Queen of Hearts, like Big Jack, Groovy Jack, the Jack of Light, Sainted Jack, who had the revelations and spoke the poem of apocalypse, Poet Jack with his light pack who travels by himself and leaves the ladies smiling, Dharma Jack with the Beatitudes drunk on a bus addressing everyone, the silent ones with the frozen faces, the ones with the Wall Street Journal who never speak to strangers, the ones that got lost in the shuffle and never drew the Jack of Hearts, the one who'd turned them on, who'd saved them from themselves, the one who heals the Hamlet in them, the silent ham who never acts, the dude on the corner in two-tone shoes who knows the name of the game and names his game, the kid who paints the fence, the boy who digs the treasure up, The boy with the beans on the beanstalk, the dandy man, the candy man, the one with the lollipops, the harlequin man, who tells the tick-tock man to stuff it in front of the house that Jack built, behind the house that Jack built, where sleeps the cock that crowed in the morn, where sleeps the cow with the crumpled horn, where sleeps the dude who kept the horse with the beautiful form and kissed the maiden all forlorn, the jack of the pack all tattered and torn, the one the queen keeps her eye on, dark rider on a white horse, prophet stoned on the wheel of fortune, sweet singer with harp half hid, who speaks with the cry of cicadas, who tells the tale too truly, the true tale of sound and fury. The Jack of Hearts, who lays it all out, who tells it as it is, the one who wears no watch, yet tells the time too truly, and reads the Knight of Cups, and knows himself the Knave of Hearts, the Jack of Hearts, who stole the tarts of love and laughter, the Jack who tells his dream to the hard-eyed innocents, and lays it out for the blind hippie, the black dream, the white dream of the Jack of Hearts, whose skeleton is neither black nor white, the long dream, the dream of heads and hearts, the trip of hearts, the flip of hearts, that turns the hanged man right side up and saves the drowned sailor with the breath of love. The wet dream, the hard dream, the sweet dream of the deckhand on the tall ship sailing softly, blackjack, yellowjack, the steeplejack, who sets the clock in the tower and sees the chimes of freedom flashing, his only watch within him. The high one, the turned-on one, the tuned-in one, the one who digs and finds the sunstone of himself, the woman-man who holds all worlds together when all is said and all is done, and the wild eye, the wide eye of the Jack of Hearts, who stands in a doorway clothed in sun. The next poem comes from Coney Island of the Mind by Lawrence Ferlinghetti. I am waiting. I am waiting for my case to come up, and I am waiting for a rebirth of wonder. And I am waiting for someone to really discover America and wail. And I am waiting for the discovery of a new symbolic Western frontier, and I am waiting for the American eagle to really spread its wings and straighten up and fly right, and I'm waiting for the age of anxiety to drop dead. And I am waiting for the war to be fought, which will make the world safe for anarchy. And I am waiting for the final withering away of all governments. And I am perpetually awaiting a rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for the second coming, and I am waiting for a religious revival to sweep through the state of Arizona. And I am waiting for the grapes of wrath to be stored, and I'm waiting for them to prove that God is really American. And I'm seriously waiting for Billy Graham and Elvis Presley to exchange roles. Seriously. And I'm waiting to see God on television, piped onto church altars, if only they can find the right channel to tune in on. And I'm waiting for the Last Supper to be served again with a strange new appetizer. And I am perpetually awaiting a rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for my number to be called, and I'm waiting for the living end. And I'm waiting for Dad to come home with his pockets full of irradiated silver dollars, and I'm waiting for the atomic tests to end. And I'm waiting happily for things to get much worse before they improve. And I'm waiting for the Salvation Army to take over. And I am waiting for the human crowd to wander off a cliff somewhere, clutching its atomic umbrella. And I am waiting for Ike to act. And I'm waiting for the meek to be blessed and inherit the earth without taxes. And I'm waiting for forests and animals to reclaim the earth as theirs. And I am waiting for a way to be devised to destroy all nationalisms without killing anybody. And I am waiting for linnets and planets to fall like rain. And I'm waiting for lovers and weepers to lie down together again in a new rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for the great divide to be crossed. And I am anxiously waiting for the secret of eternal life to be discovered by an obscure general practitioner and save me forever from certain death. And I am waiting for life to begin. And I am waiting for the storms of life to be over. And I'm waiting to set sail for happiness. And I'm waiting for a reconstructed Mayflower to reach America, with its picture story and TV rights sold in advance to the natives. And I'm waiting for the lost music to sound again in the lost continent, in a new rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for the day that maketh all things clear. And I'm waiting for Old Man River to just stop rolling along past the country club. And I'm waiting for the deepest South to just stop reconstructing itself in its own image. And I'm waiting for a sweet, desegregated chariot to swing low and carry me back to Old Virginia. And I'm waiting for Old Virginia to discover just why some people are born. And I'm waiting for God to look out from Lookout Mountain and see the Ode to the Confederate Dead as a real farce. And I'm waiting for retribution for what America did to Tom Sawyer. And I'm perpetually awaiting a rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for Tom Swift to grow up. And I am waiting for the American boy to take off Beauty's clothes and get on top of her. And I'm waiting for Alice in Wonderland to retransmit me to her total dream of innocence. And I'm waiting for Child Roland to come to the final darkest tower. And I'm waiting for Aphrodite to grow live arms at a final disarmament conference in a new rebirth of wonder. I am waiting to get some intimations of immortality by recollecting my early childhood. And I am waiting for the green mornings to come again. Youth's dumb green fields come back again, and I'm waiting for some strains of unpremeditated art to shake my typewriter, and I'm waiting to write the great indelible poem, and I'm waiting for the last long careless rapture, and I am perpetually waiting for the fleeing lovers on the Grecian urn to catch up each other at last and embrace, and I am awaiting perpetually and forever a renaissance of wonder.